What is up, Virgo? How y'all doing? Let's redo your reading, shall we? It was just recently brought to my attention that the Virgo reading had no fucking audio. That is just a perfect fucking example of Mercury goddamn retrograde. Perfect example. Every time, dude, never fails. It never fails. Something goes wrong. Never mind the energetic fucking shitstorm that we have to go through. But something on YouTube always fucking glitches. Every time. Every other video was just fine that day, but not the Virgo video. So, let's do it again. So, remember, weekly check-ins are just a short, quick, general energetic overview. Any of you need a personal reading, you can find all the information on how to go about doing that in the description of the video. My website is tarotwithrich.com. The link is right down there in the description. All right, let's see what we can tell Virgo about their situation and the person they're dealing with. July, week 5. Oh yeah, this will also be the last week that my course, The Beginner's Guide to Manifestation, will be available. So, all right. What can we tell Virgo about their situation and the person they're dealing with? Ooh, Devil reversed. Hang on. Some of you dealing with a Capricorn, possibly. Nine of Swords. Ooh, Ten of Cups. Ah, man, this is super confusing. Super confusing. I almost want to say that there's a little bit of action happening here. But you see, there's back and forth. Fool card upright, Ace of Wands reversed. Ten of Cups upright, Five of Cups. Energy's pulling in opposite directions. I can't stand that. If there's one thing that gives me a headache, just looking at it when I read, it's that. Upright, reversed. Upright, reversed. You know, energy's pulling in opposite directions. I don't know, honestly, I kind of feel like this person's a little bit scared to approach you. I think that's what it is. I think they're a little bit afraid, a little bit worried. And you know what I think it is too? I think they probably did spend some time kind of obsessing over this, but it's almost like it's getting to the point now where they're not really doing that quite as much as they were. And I think there for a little bit they were waiting to see if you would ever approach them, but now they're not really waiting on it. Yeah, it's kind of looking like they're just coming to the reality in their mind that it's just time to turn their back on this. So, yeah, let's see how this person feels about you. God damn it, I should have brought a sage stick in here. We just got a bunch of it in the mail. Some of you dealing with a Cancer, possibly. What are their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? Person Virgo's dealing with. How do they feel about you? How do they see you? That deck's being a dickhead. How about this one? Ooh, Ace of Swords. They know what they want to say to you. Think they know what they want to say. High Priestess reversed. I think they still got feelings for you at the deepest level. At the deepest level, but they're not really obsessing over this anymore. Not quite like they were. Not really. I think in their mind, though, in their mind, it's almost like this person kind of lives in fantasy land a little bit. So I do think in their mind, they are planning exactly what they would say, what they would do, how they would want the situation to go, you know, and they're planning all that in their mind. I don't think they're planning on taking action, I think it's, and I hate to get so specific, and this is going to sound kind of funny, but it's almost like they've been planning for the scenario in which you show up in their inbox. You know, I think that's what they've been planning on. You show up in their inbox, you're wanting to talk to them. They know what they would say, what they would do, and playing out the scenario of how that would go. But I think they're too afraid to, like, take action, because you obviously aren't going to take action unless you want to. So if you're not taking action, you probably don't want to talk to them, if that makes sense at all. Yeah, this still burdens them. You know, this still weighs on them very heavily, but it's getting to a point where they're just kind of in fuck it mode. All right, whatever it is, what it is then, you know? Okay. Well, let's get some advice. Would it be a good idea for you? What would it be a good idea for Virgo to do? What's the best advice? What's the best advice? Well, this definitely needs to be closed out. This definitely needs to be closed out 100%. Yeah. So just know, I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm not going to tell you that. I'll tell you what the energy is, though. There's still one hell of a karmic tie here. And the karmic tie is so thick that if you did attempt reconciliation, or if you did attempt to come together, or whatever it is you all are going to do, you'd have about a 98% chance of a repeat cycle. This person has not changed at all. They probably ain't even changed their fucking underwear. They are still the exact same person that you walked away from. I think it would depend on how long ago all this went down, too. As to what advice I would give. And that's why when you come to me for a general personal reading, there will be a little thing that you select where how long have you been broken up? Because that's important. I need to know that so I'll know what advice to give you. So, yeah. It does need to be closed out, though. There's still one hell of a karmic tie. If you do decide to initiate communication with this person, make it short, make it sweet, make it a closure message. It might not be time for that, though, depending on, like I said, how long it's been and what the energy is based on how long it's been. You know, but those of you, if you're going to communicate, I would make it just a closure message, and that's it. That's it. I don't care how they respond. Closure message, back away. Because they're going to try to sink their claws into you. Oh, they're going to try to sink them claws into you. And the only way they can do that is if they get a reaction out of you. So you shoot them a little closure message, boom. It don't matter what they come back with, don't respond. Leave it at the closure message. And leave it at that. And give it some time to let that sink in. Okay? Alright. Damn it, man. This fucking devil cards come out in every spread. Be careful. Alright. Time to shift gears. Let's see what's happening with your love interest. What's happening with Virgo's love interest universe? Anything good happening in the last week of July? Anything good happening? Anything bad happening? Anything happening at all? 2 more shuffles. Ooh, we got that Page of Cups, though. But then the Four of Swords, of course. And the Two of Wands every fucking time. Now, you know what this feels like to me? Ooh, because we got the Death card there. This kind of feels to me like this situation has been stuck at a standstill for too long. Ain't no movement been happening here. Like whatever level you all have been stuck at, it's been stuck there. It's not been moving forward at all. It almost kind of feels to me like you're going to decide to move on from this and accept a new love offer from a completely different person that isn't even your love interest. That's what this looks like. With that Death card there and the World card, I think it's one of them things where, you know, hey, the most practical sign in the zodiac is eventually going to choose logic over emotion. Eventually. So it's like, yo, this don't look like it's going nowhere. I may want this really fucking bad, but it doesn't look like it wants me, or it doesn't look like the universe wants this. Something just isn't lining up here. So you know what? Fuck it. Let's move past that. And then the next thing you know, the universe opens a new door of opportunity. Boom, and something different comes in. Okay. Hey, sometimes you gotta step the fuck away from that door that the universe don't want to open. Have you ever noticed that about humans? When you're walking down the proverbial corridor of life, them doors be popping open left and right and left and right. And you be walking past every fucking open door of opportunity. And the one door that you want to open is the one that's locked. All these other doors of opportunity open, you float right past them. And you go to that one that's closed. And you spend your time trying to kick it down. Right? Humans are funny creatures, ain't they? I don't understand them. But you step away from that door, finally, it's like, all right, whatever, I guess the universe doesn't want this door to open for me. And then you step back and take a look. Boom, you see doors popping open around you. And it be like that sometimes. Well, let's see how your love interest feels about you. How Virgo's love interest feel about them, universe? Hey, World card there too. Two of Swords, Seven of Cups. See, they still got their options open. They got their options open. They don't know what they want to do. They don't know who they want to be with. Ain't nobody got time for this right here. Ain't nobody got no time for this shit. I mean, no, ain't got no time for that. If you in that, well, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to settle down or if I want to keep playing. Or if I want this kind of person or that kind of person. No, we ain't got no time for that. If you don't know if you want me, get away. I don't want you. You ain't my person. So I think your intuition is bang on the money. Bang on the money. All right, well, does this need advice? Sounds to me like y'all got it under control. But just in case, let's see if anything want to come out for you. Any advice for the Virgo fam? Any advice for the Virgo fam? Whoa, oh, there we go. Oh, Nine of Wands. Okay. Well, here's all I'll say. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I'll give you something to think about. How long should you have to wait before you're confident on where a connection with a person is going? You know, I did a reading for a client the other day who said that they're dealing with somebody who's been in the talking phase with somebody for 6 months. 6 months in the talking phase. We've just been talking for 6 months. That is a perfect prime example. How long should I have to wait before I know where this connection is going? Now, see, this is where it's slippery because, you know, there isn't necessarily a blanket that you can throw over it. Every situation is a little bit different. Every situation is a little bit unique. But I think we would all agree that there comes a certain point where it's fucking ridiculous, you know? I think the talking phase should last, what would you say? Maybe at the shortest, between 1 and 2 weeks. About the shortest, you know? At the longest, maybe 2 months. I think a decent talking phase should be maybe 2 weeks. 2 weeks is good, I think, actually. 2 weeks should be about decent. A month, okay. After a month, though, we kind of pushing it a little bit. I'm not saying that we should fucking know each other like the back of our goddamn hand, but we should know where we want to take this. If I'm talking to you, if we're talking consistently, steadily, exclusively for 30 straight days, that's more than enough time for me to make up my mind as to whether or not I want to move forward with you. How long should I have to wait? I'm not saying that you and this person are necessarily in the talking phase. Some of you are. Probably a lot of you are, but it doesn't matter what phase you're at. You know, there's levels to this shit. And you keep leveling up, and even after y'all come together, you're going to keep leveling up and leveling up and leveling up. How long should I be stuck at one level wondering where this is going? How long? Learn when to throw in the white towel. That's part of the art of success. You know that, right? Success in all areas. Career, finance, business, work, friends, family, social status. Part of the art of success is knowing when to throw in the white towel. You are not going to win every battle on your way up the mountain. It's not going to happen. Knowing when to throw in the white towel could save you. Well, it could mean the difference between whether you succeed or completely fail altogether. But that's a different story for a different time. Once it's been lingering for too damn long and you've been sitting around confused, not knowing what's going on for a month or two, if you're still hanging around with a giant question mark lingering in the ether of eternity, then yeah. If you want to step away from that door and go accept another offer. But here's another thing too. Don't wait for another offer to make the decision that serves your highest good. Don't do that. Don't say, well, I'll sit and torture myself with this for 6 months unless something else comes along. Nah, fuck that. I know my value. I know what I'm worth. I'll go be by my goddamn self then. Before I disrespect myself by clinging to somebody that doesn't know if they want me. I don't know if I want you. Oh no, I don't know if I want you or not. Let me make up my mind. I don't know if I want you. No, fuck that then. I'll go be alone then. Fuck you. But especially if a new doorway of opportunity opens, go for that shit. Absolutely. All right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that my Virgo family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. And again, thank you for your patience. I had no idea that there was no audio on the last Virgo reading. Had no fucking clue what happened there. Every other video was just fine that day. That wasn't my first video of the day or my last. It was like right in the middle. And for some reason, no audio on the Virgo reading. So, yeah, don't forget to check the description of the video if you need to find out how to schedule a personal reading. And I'm out of here now, y'all. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.